fellas, if you guys, if the Lions want to win this game, what do they got to do on offense?
And you want to start? You want me to go?
Go ahead, Will. Go ahead, man. Jump in there.
So, look, this is no different than any other game. It's the same MO every single game. I don't care what the opponent is. The thing about the Chiefs defense that I haven't had a whole lot of time to study the Chiefs defense just yet, but our offense is surging. There's really nothing you can't do to stop us. This last week, I thought that Sam Laporta was going to have a really good game. I saw it happening, and I'm wondering if it's going to happen again this week against the Chiefs. So let me ask you a question before I get into this. How have the Chiefs been at containing tight ends so far?
Terrible.
I think tight ends have killed us this year.
This year.
Yeah,
but I
this
mean,
year.
that's always kind of been our MO of stopping tight ends.
Yeah, but I think this year we've done a lot better against tight ends. Last year was bad. This year has been a lot better.
If Sam Laporta can have a big game in this game, which I think is a key to this, those seam routes are key to what opens up a lot over the middle from Amon-Ra St. Brown, which you saw this past weekend. Then I would say that we have a really good chance. I think that this is probably going to be a boat race kind of a game. Even though I think that the Lions on the defensive side need to do exactly what they did to Lamar, to Mahomes, I still think that with some injuries that we have on the defense, that our offense is going to struggle a little bit with having to put more points up in this game. So I think that we're going to have to score a ton. Obviously, we have to get the run game going. Sonic and Knuckles have to do their thing. It's no different from any game. It's get the run game going. It's open up the play action menu. And Jared Goff just has to stay clean. And if he can stay away from Chris Jones, because, look, we know that if you go through the A and the B gap, that's the quickest way to the quarterback. So if we can't shut him down, then he's going to have a long day. Jared Goff, he's going to have a long day. If we get him active, we get him booting out a little bit, a little speed out, a little roll out. Jared Goff does well with that. It's not that he's not mobile. It just has to be called. It can't be off schedule.
Right.
It can't be unscripted, if you will. So I want to see Jared Goff hang in this pocket, and the offensive line's been playing great. So the first key really is this offensive line against Steve Spagnuolo's defense, man, because they prioritize pressure and a lot of different disguises, often leaving their linebackers or safeties in a man match. That there's those situations. They get after athletic tight ends, but tight ends have been kind of having their way this season at times. And I think that is the biggest key is get after Steve Spagnuolo's defense. If he's going to prioritize pressure through disguise, we have to find a way to do our own disguise to beat the pressure. So the ball's got to get out quick. And then red zone, man, we just have to take care of the football. If we get into the red zone, we have to score. If we get a turnover, we have to get points. You can't leave anything off the board in this game against the Chiefs. I don't care if they're having a down year. A lot of people are saying that the Kansas City's finally starting to fall off their pedestal. And if that's the case, I still wouldn't treat them like anything but Super Bowl champs, because this team and with Andy Reid, they're very well coached. Patrick Mahomes knows what he's doing. Him and Kelsey can do this in their sleep. So we have to take care of the football. Can't be turning it over. Goff has to stay clean. And you just have to push the ball, man. The Lions just need to push the ball the way they have been. And that's the biggest key to the game for me on the offense.
What you guys see him?
Oh man! First of all, we gotta be comfortable, man. You know what I'm saying? You guys, a couple years ago, you guys kind of kicked this whole thing off, man, with that big win that we got over, in the season opening game. So we got to feel comfortable. I know there's a lot of Detroit fans who are coming down there to KC, man, gonna get some of that great barbecue, man, and make themselves at home down there in Arrowhead. And I think that it's gonna come down to the trenches, man. For us, we've got to be able to stop the run, put Kansas City in obvious passing situations, and once we get them in those obvious passing situations, we've got to be able to pin our ears back and get Patrick Mahomes on the ground. One thing I saw all last night against Jacksonville, man, he was evading the rush. He was making things happen with his feet. We've had problems over the years with mobile quarterbacks. That's why what we were able to do against Lamar was so significant. That's going to be the key for me. I think if we can run the football offensively, get ourselves in favorable down and distance situations, keep that pass run option open for us from second and third down, we can kind of keep you guys off balance a little bit. And like what Will said, we've got to be able to score points, man. We got to be able, when we get in the red zone, put the ball in the end zone, and we got to get some takeaways, man. So I agree with everything that Will said, man. I think it's going to be a wonderful game. You guys, man, with Patrick Mahomes and with Andy Reid, always have something some tricks up your sleeve and a great offense. You guys are always able to move the football, even if you're not running it as effectively as you would like to. And I think there's going to be a challenge. Again, we're coming in here a little bit light on the back end. So can we cover the guys like Hollywood Brown? Can we cover Hollywood Brown and Worthy? They kind of mirror each other a little bit. Can we, cover Kelsey? We've had some issues from time to time with those tight ends and keeping them contained. So those are all keys to the game for me.
For sure.
If you don't mind, I'll add a couple of more things to this. I'm trying to look over some of my notes here, and I'm looking back at last night's game since you brought up what the Jaguars were doing. And Patrick Mahomes, since you were talking about the defense there for a moment, Patrick Mahomes found the end zone for his third time this season. And that's something that we can't allow. Now, you had mentioned, Hen, that we've had some difficulty. I feel like we've done a really good job against mobile quarterbacks over the last couple of seasons. I would say 21, 22, we got gashed by everybody. 23, I think we started to see a big difference with this defense. We don't allow a lot of run yards at all. We try to shut down the run game and make teams one-dimensional. But in this game, Patrick Mahomes put up the ball, 46 times? How many times did he put up the ball last night?
Too much for my liking that I got a
41.
41 times?
Yep.
Well,
Okay. So he apparently what it says here is the Jags defense. He faced zone coverage, 34 46 dropbacks in week 5, completed 27 of 32 passes against zone for 311 yards. That's what we can't do. The Lions are a man team. Like that is our master's degree, is man defense. But we don't have the men to play man defense on the outside right now. We're hurt. So if we're going to go into a zone, this is where Patrick Mahomes can slice us up, because our zone defense, even though it is good at times, we just don't have the manpower. So I think we got to keep everything underneath. We can't allow, we're Worthy to have a good second game. His first game back yesterday, would he only have one catch? I think one deep ball for 37 yards or something.
It was all about Tyquan Thornton, our other receiver that we
but we can't let him loose. I mean, it's going to take him a couple of games to get going, and this is a game that he could get going because, like we said, after the game, there's blood in the water. Well, there's blood in the water with Worthy back on this team too, and the Lions are injured. So Sharks start circling, man, and Reed is no dummy. He's gonna take advantage of all of the opportunities that the Lions are gonna leave on the field. So we have to play tight. You have to play smart, and you have to play tight football, and get after Patrick Mahomes. I don't know if that's the answer. I almost like just letting him hold the football and let him run, let him beat us with his legs if he can. But I'd rather just not drop past him. Like the biggest thing that Lions defenses have always done terribly, not in this season, not last season, but you get too deep. If Aiden gets too vertical on Patrick, he gets behind him, that's when we start to have problems, because they're going to open up a run lane. Mahomes is going to hit it, and then he's going to be upfield for 18, 19 yards and a first down, and he's going to move the chains. And then the next play, we're going to sit back, and then he's going to pepper you over the middle because we left too much open. So one way or the other, either we have to let him beat us with his feet, and that's okay as long as he's not getting it downfield, or we have to get after him, which is going to open up some lanes. So either way, it's a double-edged sword when you go up against a quarterback like Patrick Mahomes. Lamar was a very, very, very good warm-up game. I don't know. If you think Patrick is better than Lamar, Lamar's better than Patrick on the ground, I'll leave that up for you guys to debate. But it was a very good warm-up game for this game, because this is a game that we need to win.
Yeah, I love that you said something about Sharks, man, because as soon as you said that, I just thought about Aiden, man, and I had a question for you guys. How do you guys feel about your tackles matching up against Aiden Hutchinson in this game?
Well, hold on. Hold that thought. Let me get to our defense, and then we'll switch to the offense. Mar,
Okay, I'm sorry.
Mar. Now you good, brother. You did though. Mar, what do we have to do on defense?
Man, we haven't seen a duo like this in the backfield all year. Matter of fact, the last time we saw a duo like this was a couple of years ago, opening week. Look, I think the Chiefs can do a solid job against David Montgomery. What really scares me about this duo of Sonic and Knuckles is when Jahmyr Gibbs get out the backfield and he's a pass catcher. That scares the living shit out of me. I ain't not gonna lie. I don't think Drew Tranquil can't cover him. Right? Who? Let me ask you this. See, who do you feel comfortable? I mean, we're the Chiefs fans. I don't know who. I don't feel comfortable with any linebacker right now going against
Jeffrey Bossa. Play him now.
Okay, I was waiting for you to say it because I need some Bossa in my life. All right, because you're gonna need
They ain't gonna play him. They ain't gonna play it. No,
yeah, but you got to. You need an athletic, speedy linebacker with speed that can cover Jahmyr Gibbs out the backfield. I'm telling you right now, he will take an angle or a flat route to the house if we ain't got the right linebacker on him. He's gone. Drew can't cover him.
No, he can't.
Nick can't cover him.
No, he can't.
I love Leo Chenal. He can't cover him.
No, he can't.
All right.
That is a big matchup nightmare.
It's a matchup nightmare, and that's what's really scaring me is when you mess around and don't have the right personnel to cover a weapon like Jahmyr Gibbs coming out the backfield catching the football. So find a way to cover him coming out the backfield. If we can minimize that, because I think that the run defense has been pretty solid this year. And again, like I said, we haven't seen this type of duo, but once 26 now, what was his number now? Zero.
Zero.
Coming out the backfield. Find Zero. Find him, and you better have somebody that can stay with him. All right. So that's what I got. That's what I got on defense.
It's like unlike spying Jared Goff because there's no need. It's having to put the spy on Jahmyr Gibbs. And the messed up thing is not only have you not seen a duo like this, we are doing some unique stuff behind the line of scrimmage. And I mean, we have Amon-Ra St. Brown lining up back there. Hell, we were in a wishbone for all of 3 seconds. We ran the Maryland Eye against the Ravens. We're doing some stuff that no one has seen, or you haven't seen it since high school. So it's you call those trick plays. I just think it's just what John Morton's doing. I think that he's finding unique ways to get these guys into space, right, and to confuse the defense. And whenever you can disguise and confuse, you're winning the game. I mean, that's what football is all about. You need to cause chaos. And that's what our offense does, is they cause chaos. A lot of pre-snap motion. And then Jared Goff has just got to find it, post-snap. He's got to find the hot route. He's got to make the right reads. And he is so good at doing that. And I don't even care if he's under pressure. He's one of the better quarterbacks under pressure. It doesn't mean that he's going to run away with his legs. That's not what I'm saying. But he can navigate a pocket good enough where he can get up and he can find the guy, or he gets rid of it. That is the one thing that I would pat Jared Goff on the back right now and say, dude, what you've been doing, getting rid of that football in evading sacks outside of this last game, which is not his fault. He had 1 sack through 4 weeks. That's insane. And it's not just the offensive line. Even though Taylor Decker right now is like a top 10 left tackle in this league this year, which is crazy to me, right? Because he hasn't been there in a long time. That's probably the other key for me, is Decker needs to play. I'm a little concerned that he could be out. Manu didn't show me enough, but then again, it's his first game. So going up against Karlaftis is going to be a problem.
No, don't worry about that.
I'll tell you right now, Karlaftis is overrated, bro. Like,
he's falling off this year. He's falling off this year, but you know what? He has his moment.
He has one move. He bull rushes you up the field, and then he tries to hustle back to get the sack. That's what he do. And sometimes he just falls into a sack. So, but that's the key to this game on defense for us, is we got to get Jared Goff off his spot. We got to rush his time clock. That's what we got to do. We got to get him to get happy feet, Because, like you said, Will, he's not a running type quarterback. He's a pocket guy. When you get those pocket guys get their clock moving, they get the happy feet. And their timing is a little off. So we got to get Jared Goff's timing off, so he won't get the ball to J-Mo and Amon St. Brown and all them. And Spags, for the life of me, please do not push Amari Connor in the slot against J-Mo or Amon St. Brown, because I'm gonna tell y'all right now that he's gonna go off for 150 yards and 2 touchdowns if that happens. If Amari Connor, if you see number 27 on any of your receivers, just go ahead and put the sign up like this.
No, y'all laughing. Y'all
look, don't put the sign up like this. Or get ready for a flag. Get ready for a flag, because he's gonna grab, he's gonna hold, because he's gonna get burnt right off the line. Because
Chris,
Spag, as much as I love Spag, I think he's great, but he has an infatuation with number 27. It happened last night.
He got blackmailed, bro. Jamari got blackmailed on Spags, bro.
You talking about Connor?
Yes, Amari Connor. He's not a good cover corner. He's a box safety. That's what he is. He's not a good cover corner. They try to play him in the big nickel, and it goes badly every time. They find number 27, and it's either a touchdown or a first down or a big chunk play or a pass interference or a hold.
If that's the case, if that's the case, then you can bet your bottom dollar that John Morton is going to figure out a way to motion to get somebody in front of him.
Now we'll pull him off the field before
this is what I'm hoping Spags will do. Get Noah Williams out there, our rookie, who's been balling the past 3 weeks. Get Noah Williams out there. I'd rather take my chances with the rookie on any. If he get beat, he get beat. But I'd rather have him out there because he's an actual corner. And he's been balling outside of last night because they only played him 4 snaps for whatever reason. They only played him 4 snaps. But play him in this game, and I want to see him. What I would rather have is Noah Williams on the outside, Jalen Watson on the outside, and Trent McDuffie. That's where his bread and butter is in the slot.
Yeah.
That's where he does his damage at.
Yeah.
Is in the slot. That's why he's probably the best nickel corner in the league right now. So that's what I would rather have. But like I said, we have to get pressure on Jared Goff, and we have to speed up his clock. That's what we got to do. If we're going to have.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say there's a couple other things I guess that come to mind. Now, last night, if I remember correctly, Jacksonville went like 65% on third down, like 5 of 10 or 5 of 8, something crazy like that. And then they were like 75% on fourth down. Mm-hmm. And I don't know the history with Kansas City. Again, I didn't get a ton of time to prep. So if that's the case, if those are the numbers for Kansas City and they're allowing, 50 plus, 60 plus % on fourth down, and it's the same on third down, that's where the Lions, that's where they do their damage. Yeah. We're a 4-down team. And so if we can exploit your run defense right now, which is pretty apathetic, I think they're bottom of the league right now with EPA per rush, then that's just going to set the tone for the Lions in that play action pass game that Jared Goff does so well. And if we can run on you,
I think the rushing yard defense is more so quarterbacks, because like Trevor Lawrence was getting, because ETN didn't do nothing last night. He really didn't crack the game like he's been doing. I think it's more so Trevor Lawrence. I think it's more so in the first week, Justin Herbert was killing those with his legs. Mm-hmm. Like it was more so of that as far as the run defense. I think our run defense has actually been solid when it comes to running backs. You know what I'm saying? They get us a couple of times, but nothing where it's like, oh, it's a 50, 60-yard run down the field. Like, it's nothing like that. So it's a number that when you look at it on paper, it looks terrible, but that's what the film is for. You got to figure out what it is. And I haven't done anything. I do film study tonight. So okay. All right, Mar. Back on us. What do we have to do on offense?
Hey man, we talked about it numerous times on this show. If they're banged up on that secondary, then that means 2 things need to happen. One, which I'm proud about, our offensive line has been playing better. You got to continue that. And then it has to be by committee. Damn, I wish it was only a 5-game suspension that they gave. Damn, I wish it was a 5-game suspension, but it was 6. But it's okay. But no, look, as a Chief fan, you got to be super excited, and we've talked about it all season leading up to the season. Tyquan Thornton has stepped up. He's shown his worth. He's balled. All right. Marquise has been doing. Hollywood's been well. I wish he would have turned his head around on that play last night, but that's neither here nor there. Look, he's been making plays for you at the times when the balls came his way. All right, so got to be proud of that. Travis Kelce has been having solid games the last few weeks, so that's always a good sign from the Hall of Famer. Attack. Like my man Will said, if you got to be sharks in the water because you smell the blood, then be the shark. All right. No, damn that. Hey, we got to be the orcas. We got to be the killer whales this week. Damn that. All right. The real predators in the ocean is the orcas, is the killer whales. I need killer whale mentality from them boys on the offense this week. So it's 2 things. Catch the ball when it comes your way, run the right route, find the zone, or beat your man as receivers, and then protect. I think it's that simple.
And to answer your question before, Will, about our tackles, I think actually Juwan has been playing better the last few games. I think the first week, they're gonna get him. You hear number 74, he held or he lined up wrong or something like that. He's got that Lane Johnson type of stance where he gets out early, and they're gonna get him for that every now and then. But for the last few weeks, I think he's played a lot better.
I got a question for you. Are you guys still doing that illegal formation where your tackles are about 6 yards behind the center?
Hey,
it'd be Jawan Taylor.
He's got a bunch of cheaters over there, man.
It's Jawan Taylor.
Trying to get a head start on Aiden. They got to get a head start on him.
But I see Lane Johnson do it all the time. So
they didn't call it one time until like the 3rd quarter. They finally called it back 2 years ago when we went to KC. Man, I was livid watching that happen. Every play in, play out. Like, what are they doing? And then jumping every play, just to get in front of Aiden. But anyway, I'll digress. Anyway.
Well. To be fair, Juwan Taylor must not his checks to the front office must not be as big as Lane Johnson's. I don't know what the difference is. I don't know. Maybe his blackmail isn't as deep on the front office as it is in Lane Johnson. I don't know. I can't tell, but. To Chris's point, we've seen Lane Johnson do it for years. He's been doing it his whole career in Philly, if we're really being honest about it. But hey, it's on Juwan to make the adjustments, and he's been playing a lot better the last few weeks for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And Joshua,
quick question for you guys: who would you guys prefer to see run the football more for you guys? Is it Pacheco? Is it the young man Brashard Smith, who I've been hearing so much about, or is it Kareem Hunt?
The numbers didn't show it last night, but I like the healthy rotation that we got. I would like to see Isaiah Pacheco to get a little bit more touches. Like, if we can get 10 for Isaiah, 10 for Kareem, and maybe like 7 or 8 for Brashard Smith in certain packages, I'm fine with that, because Isaiah Pacheco, like I said, the numbers don't show it. The yards per carry does. He had his best game we've seen him all season. Like, he looked like Isaiah Pacheco, running hard, running through the hole, like getting extra tough yards. Like, before then, he wasn't looking like that. He would get hit and he would just go down. It was like, he ain't looking the same. Last night he had that juice that we've been waiting for him, that Isaiah Pacheco we come to love. Like, we know his vision ain't the greatest. He'll run right into an offensive lineman, and that's just how Isaiah Pacheco. We live with that. But when he gets going, that's the Isaiah Pacheco we love. Kareem is Kareem. He's gonna be the short yardage guy. He's not the guy that he used to be back in the day, but he'll get you the tough yards. He'll always stay up. He always turns out at least 3-4 yards or whatever. But Brashard Smith, he's more of the receiving back, the guy that's gonna catch the football out the backfield, almost like a Jahmyr Gibbs type. Just catch the ball at the back for it, can take it 20-30 yards down the field or whatever. I think that's why they're trying to ease him slowly and surely each game, give him more touches till the end of the season. He'll probably be really acclimated into this offense.
Bro.
But we have to have them do the same thing they did last night to keep this offense honest, because we don't want to be predictable. I don't want to see Mahomes throwing it 40, 50 times down the field. I don't want to see him in shotgun all the time. I want to see them get under center. When they get under center and they run the football, they have way more success. When they try to run that stuff out of shotgun, it doesn't work because we don't have the speed backs to do that. So we need to run out of under center more with Isaiah Pacheco and Kareem Hunt, because we get better yards per carry when we do that. So, and that opens up the play action pass, which, like you guys said, you're weak at the corners right now. We can probably take advantage of that and use that play action pass if you guys respect the run. If y'all don't respect the run, y'all gonna play 7 corners and 7 DBs in the bang, and y'all gonna play zone, and nothing's gonna be open. You know what I'm saying? So that's something we got to take advantage of.
The thing about not respecting the run, I think, for Detroit is we are able to shut the run down with our front four, or front four and Anzalone, or even Jack Campbell sliding, sideline to sideline. So I don't think it's so much about respect for us is I think we're able to do it with less bodies.
It's become a staple. It's become a staple.
Yeah.
Stop the run. Stop the run. Yeah. Get into those predictable down and distance situations, and then let be either get exotic or let Aiden and some of the other guys work. You know what I mean? Tyreek has done a great job. Him and DJ Reader have done a great job, stopping up the middle. Aiden has done a great job on the end. And then, it's been kind of a combination of whoever we throw out there, a little bit of AQM out there on the other side. And again, the linebackers have just been cleaning up anything that gets through. Barnes has done a great job. Campbell has done a great job. And Anzalone's done a great job. So I think the front seven, definitely the emphasis, especially on first and second down, to stop the run. Let's get into these predictable down and distance situations, and then pin our ears back.
Yeah. Speaking of Jack, man, you guys are going up against a top 10 linebacker. I mean, right now in his, what is he, third year this year? Second year? Third year. He's playing at a real high level, and his coverage still needs a little bit of help, but he's going to be a guy that's going to shut that run game down. Do you guys run more through the tackle or more or outside the tackle? Or I'm sorry, between the tackles or outside the tackles?
Between. That's what type of running backs we got. We don't have an outside guy that can just take it and go.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
Inside zone all day, every day.
It's not going to work. If you guys are putting the ball up 40 times in this game, I'm telling you right now, it's going to be 2 picks. Anything over 30 is going to be 1. Anything over 40 is going to be 2.
The only time they normally get the outside run game going is a lot of jet sweeps, stuff like that. Around.
They use Worthy in that play?
Yep.
Worthy, Rashard Smith.
Yeah. Get the speed out there.
Yep. Get the speed on the outside. That's the only yeah. Because like C said, when you got Pacheco, who's pretty much a heavy foot bastard, he's running up the middle. Kareem, he's a big body, and he's getting older. He's damn near 30, so he's not having the speed like that. So yeah, man.
So what's going on with Kelsey? You guys did a lot of talking about your run game in that in offensive line. Kelsey at what is he, 36? Do you guys feel like he's starting to regress a little bit? Because I still feel like the Lions need to protect that middle of the field, and might even need to, put a bracket down there over Kelsey, because he just seems to find a damn opening. I don't know how, he just does. He finds it.
He's better than what he was last year. I'll tell you that. Yeah, he lost some weight. You could tell he lost some weight, so he got a little bit of that burst back. But he's not what he used to be. He's nowhere near that guy. But he's better than what he was last year. You could tell he had gained weight. He was just hulking around and just kind of lumbering around or whatever. You hit him, he go down instantly. Like this year, he's at least trying to break some tackles and stuff like that. So I think he's a little bit better this year. And like you said, Will, he's been better in as far as third downs. We've been looking at him more in the middle of the field or the zone, or like Pat will look for him to like move the chains a little bit, get into second and 6, 2nd and 4, something like that, just to make it easier for our running backs. So Kelsey's been fine. He's been fine. When we get Rashee Rice back, that's going to be the guy that's going to do a lot of the Kelsey routes that Kelsey used to do.
So what I heard there was Kelsey's not eating as much caviar this year with his girlfriend. I forget her name. Maybe a few less trips this year.
Hey,
Will.
Will.
It's a lot less cornbread and greens. It's a little bit more kale and salad.
Hey. She said yes, so he ain't stressing. She said yes.
We'll see if that ever happens.
All right.
It's all great for publicity, man. Whatever sells tickets, right?
You know what, Jay? Kelsey don't look like no fool to me. I thought he looked like, look like he made a great business decision right there. I ain't mad at him.
Well, that's the biggest question. Like, how much money are they making off this, but without even getting married? That's the question, right? How much are they going to cash in without even getting married?
They're getting married probably next year after he retires. So
yeah. Look, I'm just gonna put it to you this way. Hey, did it help that she was, his lady, and it helped the NFL? I mean, when you bring that coat that follows her.
Oh yeah,
it helped the ratings go up. So we just happen to be the beneficiaries of it. But it is what it is.
So for me, man, Lions, they need to bracket him, in my opinion. Especially with Rashee Rice out, you have Xavier Worthy. Who's the other big time receiver for you guys?
Right now it's Tyquan Thornton. He's pretty much our number 2 right now. Hollywood Brown. He's been getting better as game by game. Another player, he's not what he used to be, but he does do a lot of the inside, middle of the field stuff. Is Juju. Juju is our tough wide receiver. He gonna go over the middle. Yeah. And he ain't scared to go over the middle. He gonna take a hit and he gonna catch the ball. That's what we need Juju to do. So that's what he's good at. So, but yeah, it's gonna take all of them. It's gonna take all of them. And like I said, we got to keep it honest with the running game. If we're not honest with the running game, and Patrick Mahomes has to throw it 40, 50 times, I ain't sitting there saying he's gonna throw 2 interceptions. Wait, hold on now, play it. Like, my man don't just throw picks like that, man. He'll run if he has to.
When Brian Branch is on the field, though, they tend to happen. So I'm
he ain't gonna throw it his way. 40
throws. I think he may get one.
C-Hen. All right. Come on now. Come on. Hey, that guy is no longer with us. That he's gonna get
Kadarius Toney when you got y'all that touchdown. He ain't here no more.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Who do you think coming into this game this week could be your biggest liability? And who do you think could be your biggest X factor?
Well, I'm glad you said that because that was the next thing. X factor.
Oh, okay.
X factor is the game. No, but liabilities. Shamar Khan. I said it before. Shamar Khan. Well, he if he's out there on the field more than 30, 40, and 50 snaps, it could be a long day. If he ain't got no help over the top to help him.
I'm telling you, Spags, if you play that Summer McGunn 100% of the defensive snaps again, I'm in the city, bro. I might not find you, but I know people that can find
you. He didn't mean that.
Don't self-incriminate.
Be threatening the man now.
I didn't threaten that. Did I say anything threatening? I just said find him.
No, you didn't. No, I ain't hear nothing. I don't know
what you're talking about.
What you want to find him for?
Talk to him. That's all. Have a conversation.
Unless you asking for his wife's spaghetti that Chris Jones.
No, I don't want that old. I probably make better spaghetti than that. Never mind. I was about to say something real off the wall.
You don't know
that. No. Trust me. I never mind.
Our X factor would have to be probably Xavier Worthy. Take advantage of that speed.
Okay.
Get Xavier Worthy on Jack Campbell and try to get him to guard him.
Ooh, don't do that. Now come on, don't do that. That sounds like a Connor matchup. Don't do that, man. No, we don't want that. No.
Get Xavier Worthy matched up with Jack Campbell, or get Rashard Smith on Jack Campbell. Get him to guard. Get him out in space.
Hey man, Jack gonna try to knock that boy down wherever he at. We'll take 5 yards.
You probably hit him.
We'll take it.
You probably hit him.
We'll take it. Put him down, Jack.
But the X factor on defense is Chris Jones. It's Chris Jones.
That's the main horse, though. How are you the X Factor? He the main horse.
Because he ain't showed up to be that. He ain't showed up to be the main horse right now. And I need him to show up.
Accountability check. They say where you at, Chris. They say
where
you at.
On the goal line, man. He likes to just kind of stand there and watch what's happening.
Yeah. He tapped the defensive line here.
What he thought he was down. He thought he was down, man. He thought it was over with.
Man, you don't stop until that whistle pops. Right?
Soon as the play went, he tapped the dude and just stood there like,
yep.
Dang.
Y'all got him?
Oh, yeah. Oh, damn. That's down.
Yeah, no.
You're talking about Xavier Worthy being your X factor on offense, and it was Chris Jones on defense.
Yeah.
I'm looking at a couple of the stats, some matchups here in next gen, and I'll just kick these out real quick. It just says the Lions on offense, passing versus play action. Lions have the edge versus your defense, and you guys have the big time advantage over our intermediate passing right now. But Lions control the next three: rushing versus the stack box, designed runs. We've got the advantages in all of that, and the intermediate passing. Excuse me. You have the advantage in the deep passing.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. I don't know about that. Flip it the other way around. Kansas City's offense.
Not this year, Attila.
You have the advantage in rushing under the center, like you said earlier, long passing and rushing in the red zone. Lions have the advantage in short passing and quick passing against Patrick Mahomes. So we'll see how that plays out. We'll see if next gen is right, but they get pretty close.
Real quick. All right, Attila, look, I get it. You like to jump on a narrative that just gets thrown out there. Unless you watch Chiefs games for an actual whole season, you will understand they would never get favored for calls. So I every time that take comes up, I absolutely it bothers me because watch the games, all right? And I watch football. Yeah, I'm a Chiefs fan, but I watch football. Referees suck. Refereeing in the NFL has been bad across the board. So it's like I hate this whole narrative. Chiefs get the gun. Did you see the game last night? There was some calls that Jaguars were getting to. All right. So come on, man. If we're gonna talk football, let's talk football. But let's quit with the bullshit narratives that just gets the clicks. All right. I'm over that shit, bro. I'm over that. But my X factors on offense, give me more Brashad Smith. Okay. Right. As much as if I'm worried about Jahmyr Gibbs and his receiving abilities, let's exploit the great receiving abilities that Brashad Smith has, who's a converted wide receiver, now running back. Use him. All right. He especially Andy Reid, he could probably do the similar things to Ryan Westbrook, who you love. That was an all-pro for you. That was a Pro Bowler. Let's use him in that manner. All right. And then on defense, no,
Mark, we didn't waste our time watching that mess.
No, to me, the X factor is Spags. What are you going to do with your play calling? Like Chris said, I bet not see Shamari Conner with 100% of the defensive snaps. I bet not see it. If you see that, the same problem we've been having with the Chiefs, and we've been talking about it damn near every episode, they can't get home with 4. Don't wait till the fourth quarter to want to run the blitz. So I'm looking at Spags as the X factor. What game plan is he going to be on? What planet is he going to be on? I hope he's in Kansas City on Sunday. Mind-wise, I hope he's in Kansas City. So that's what I got.
Yeah, for sure.
So if I had to break down some of ours real quick, I'm gonna jump on what Will said earlier. I think that Giovanni Manu at that tackle spot is probably our biggest liability. And maybe Will, you can talk to me a little bit about what happened to Dan Skipper. We still on the team, right? He got leapfrogged by Manu at that backup tackle, that swing tackle spot. So
yeah, he did, man. I thought that Skip, I thought he looked really rigid in camp, and I wasn't surprised that he didn't make the roster. I called that he wasn't gonna make the roster. Let's just put it that way. And then he just disappeared, man. I don't know what happened, if he was just, pissed off or what, but he apparently had some sort of a lower leg injury, ankle injury, something. Okay. So he's disappeared for 3 weeks. Okay. And I guess now he's back. I guess he's healthy now. I mean, that was the report that I read yesterday, so I don't know if anything's changed. But it sounds like he's back and he's good. So we'll see where that goes. But yeah, Giovanni, man, it's Manu's time.
Yeah,
he's got the size, he's got the length, he has the youth. He needs it. He needs it up here, and he needs the time. He needs the time on the field. But yeah, that's a big what if in this game, if it's Decker or Manu.
And if I had to go to X factors, I'm gonna go with whoever's playing corner for us. So Rockeson and Amik Robertson, and probably a little bit of Avonte Maddox, a little bit in there. Those guys, seasoned veterans. I like to, those guys definitely have seen a lot of football. But how much they have left in the tank, and again, going against a great quarterback like Patrick Mahomes and a great offensive mind like Andy Reid, this is going to be a real challenge for those guys. But if we can get a couple plays made, it could be nice. It'd be nice for us.
For sure.
All right. Well, if I'm going to do X factors for me, so earlier I was asking about Chiefs defense against tight ends for a reason. I was trying to pull some stats down before we jumped in, and what I'd come up with, which I have to vet, is that the Chiefs have given up 300 yards and 3 TDs to tight ends this year, which is a ton through week 5. So you better believe that Sam Laporta is my X factor in this game. And once I dive into the film tonight, if I can confirm this, just like last game, I said was going to be Sam Laporta's breakout game this year, and he had his best game of the season so far. This will be a big game for Sam Laporta. It could be a double touchdown. It could be 2 touchdown game for Sam Laporta, especially near the red zone. It'd be interesting to see what I find in tape tonight. And then the Kansas City run defense. I know you kind of made sense of it, that this is more so against quarterbacks, that it seems like Kansas City's given up a lot of yards. Again, I gotta watch the film, but if that 29th, in EPA per rush is true, Jahmyr Gibbs, good luck stopping that dude. You get him on the outside, and he's gone. So all it takes is a couple of touches. I mean, between him and Jameson, they're just one touch away from the end zone, and I don't care where they are on the field. That's fun to watch these guys work. But really, man, one of the bigger X factors in this game is going to be the Lions' offensive line. It's without a doubt, this is the engine of the entire offense. Without this offensive line working in cohesion and having a good game, Chris Jones is going to wreck shit, man. He's just going to wreck it. He's going to wreck the whole damn game. So we can't allow that to happen. Pass rush has to be disciplined in this game against Patrick Mahomes. If you ever listen to me on my show, I talk about Aiden a lot, not because I hate the dude, because I expect a lot from him. And discipline is the key on defense. If you can't stay disciplined, guys like Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson and Jalen Hurts and Jaden Daniels are gonna hurt you. And if you do stay disciplined, you see like what we did against Lamar Jackson. That was disciplined football. That was the best disciplined football I've seen out of Detroit in a long time. And that's just what they have to show up. Whatever we did, which is spy a little bit, finally did it after all these years of crying for it. Calvin Shepard said that Justin Rogers finally got to him, and he finally did some spy. And it worked, man. You're going to have to do the same thing against Patrick Mahomes. So.
For sure.